What's going on, everybody? It's Antonio checking in. And today I just want to talk about a reflection that I had earlier this morning. It's like I always have these little reflections when I'm dropping my daughter off at school, but I just realized, I already knew, but it's like, sometimes you just realize the most simplest things. And I realized how everything is just connected. Like, let me give you an example of what came across my mind. So I was riding and I realized how, as humans, how we are just connected to everything around us. Not just as humans, how everything is just in connection. Like, when we wake up in the morning, we wake up, equivalent to us waking up is nature, is like the sun rising. And we got a fresh mind. You got the fresh dew on the ground, the birds chirping, that fresh air. And it's like, in the morning time, it's like that brightful, just fun energy, that chi energy that just circulating. It's a train going by. And it's like in the morning, everything is fresh. And the same thing with us in our mind. A little bump right here. In the morning, our mind is fresh. All the way up to like the peak of the day, which is like 2, 3 o'clock, depending on where you at. And then after a while, it started to decline. And as the day declined, you probably notice that your energy declined, your mental mindset. And it's not a bad thing. It's just being in synchronicity with nature. Just like I'm out here in nature right now, and these mosquitoes are tearing me up. But it's just all about being aware and noticing that, like, the day decline, our mental capacity declines. By the end of the day, it's like everything is just relaxed. The sun is set, your mind set, your brain is setting down. The birds is up. Even like certain flowers, if you've seen certain flowers that were standing tall throughout the day, at night they'll tend to droop. I call them going to sleep. But like I said, it was so simple, but it just, y'all know it's these airplanes, man. The private jets, man. Jet life. But it's just like the simple things that I'm noticing that's keeping me aware. Like, man, we are all connected. Like, you can really sit down and just pay attention and study life just by observing, and you'll realize how you as a human, of course, we're not separate from it, but it just allow you to see that everything is in unison, man. Like, we got different seasons. But as a human, we got different emotions. And each season does trigger certain emotions, which is a good thing. But this morning, it just hit me like, man, as humans, we all the same. It's not like, I know I said like humans and nature, but it's like, I guess it'll be considered human nature. Because we are human, we are nature, we are one. Just like the plants shed, we shed habits. Just like it's you got certain type of plants that yield poison and that can hurt and harm you. We got habits that yield poison that can hurt and harm us. We all just one big manifestation. It's like living in a simulation, man. And it's like everything that I'm perceiving in my reality is true. Everybody that I meet is like a reflection of humanity as a whole. It's like everybody that I meet is like a reflection of somebody that I met before. It's just like I'm seeing this spirit in another individual or meeting this energy. And it's weird because it's like literally a lot of people that I'm meeting lately, it's like, oh, you remind me of this person. And when I think about that person, I sit back and I go back to a certain time in life. And sometimes I can grab from those periods in my life and apply them now. But man, it's like living in this simulation. It's like you really can choose how you want to live. And I'm choosing abundance. I'm choosing prosperity. I'm choosing just the life that I desire. Like, I even went far as, and this may seem a little off, a little funny, a little silly, but I have a alarm on my phone that goes off every hour now. And every time it goes off, I just simply check my mental mindset. You know, I say a quick little affirmation or affirmation, or I just declare, you know. I just check my mental mindset, because if you can check your mental mindset, you can start to dictate where your life will go, how your life will go. But you gotta be able to take control of your mental thinking. And it's easier said than done, because when you really pay attention to your thoughts, it's like you'll start to notice, like, dang, why am I thinking that? And after you pay attention to your thoughts, it's like you'll start to pay attention to your actions. And you'll notice certain actions that you do, like, dang, that don't serve me no purpose. It's draining me. It's like getting on a social media app, exiting it off, picking your phone back up a few minutes later, and getting right back on the same app you just exit off. We've all done it. I know I've done it. But the more I ended up doing that, I started realizing, why am I doing this? I built up a habit to do this. And even with me working my job, like I said, I got a job right now, true enough. It's a cool, chill job, but I know that I'm planting certain seeds. And I know that I'm only in this situation because of my prior decisions. And I'm enjoying the job because I got a different mental mindset when I come to work. So when I come to work, it's not like I'm coming to work physically, but mentally, this is a whole different facility for me. And it works. It's been working. It's my aura, my spirit. And it just also showing me how simple manifestation is. Because I think we overcomplicate manifesting, because we humans, we attach to this, we attach to that. But manifesting is really simple. Only once you pay attention to your thoughts. You got to pay attention to your mental activity, because your mental activity is going to eventually manifest. It don't matter what you believe, it don't matter what you believe in. But those thoughts, those repetitive thoughts will lead to repetitive actions. And those repetitive actions will manifest into something that ideally you wanted to serve your purpose. But just paying attention to life, I don't know if people think, and yet alone, I don't know if people are paying attention to their repetitive habits, yet alone their repetitive thoughts. So you got to ask yourself, like, and my thoughts and my actions, are they lining up? Like, you got to do what you got to do to really get that mindset on track and keep it on track, because repetition is key. And I have a crazy story that when I was little, I heard somebody do like this cool little voiceover. And the whole day, as a kid, I spent my whole entire day attempting to reenact this voiceover with my voice. And of course, the first few attempts, I could not get it. I kept going. And by the end of the day, through repetition, I was able to do this. I was able to talk like Donald Duck. I seen somebody talk like Donald Duck. And I was like, yo, how you do that? And I just, all day, I was. And then one time out of that day, I just. And I was like, whoa. And I thought about that today, and I was like, yo, repetition is key. If you repetitively do something, it ain't no limit. It can manifest instantly, because when you're dealing with manifestation, the linear time does not matter. So y'all got to do this repetitively. That's why I got this alarm on my phone every hour, checking my thoughts. Where are your thoughts at? What are you thinking? Are your thoughts lining up with your actions? Are you aligned? Because if not, you're going to fall by the wayside. So y'all think about that. Are y'all thoughts aligning with y'all actions? Because manifestation is easy. Y'all got to understand that everything is connected. Everything. We all one. It's not human and nature. That's why it's human nature. We one. We are. And that's it. We are. So y'all be good. Y'all be great, man. Here come another plane. Let me get out of here. Peace.